Hello. In this video, I will be answering the 3 questions that were asked regarding the Unit 4 major project for U.S. history. The first question was, what were the key aspects that de Crèveseur identified in his writing as being uniquely American? The first one was agriculture. All farmers, for the most part, except for those who lived in the major town, were farmers. They farmed the land, worked the land, and made their living based off of agriculture. This also made many Americans economically similar in status. This didn't create a class divide in the United States. The second one that de Crèveseur identified as being a melting pot of cultures and identities. Europeans from very many countries immigrated to the United States, and as I point out later in my essay, people came from South America, Africa, and even Asia to live in the United States. This created what has become known as a melting pot of cultures. So many cultures have intertwined, intermarried, and intermixed here that it is difficult for any one person to trace their heritage back to a specific country or point. The third and final aspect that I identified in my essay that I gleaned out of de Crèveseur's writing is the freedom that Americans had compared to those in Europe. De Crèveseur pointed out that Americans did not owe their loyalty or allegiance to any king, prince, or lord, but rather only to themselves and to their own ideals. This made Americans more free than their European counterparts and provided for the basis on which the American experiment and republic would be founded. The second question is whether or not I believe that these characteristics and key features are still relevant today. To agriculture, I would say yes. In some senses, agriculture is still very important to the American identity in the fact that America produces quite a lot of agricultural products and subsidies. However, I believe that more so the melting pot and the freedom of America is more important today as opposed to agriculture. The melting pot aspect of America is still very much alive and well, and it can still be seen to this current day. And the freedom of America is one of the most defining characteristics of the American Republic as a whole. And finally, I was asked to identify which of the fractures I picked out for my second essay did I believe was the most consequential and important. This one, as I will also write in my essay, is slavery. I believe that slavery was perhaps the most important fracture that the early American nation faced. It led to a civil war eventually, and it had the country severely divided, especially the southern states and the northern states. To this day, the consequences of slavery are still felt dramatically in many areas in the public sphere. I believe that slavery overall had a tremendous effect and impact on the shaping and forming of American culture as we know it today. I hope that you enjoy these answers as well as the essays that I have written, and thank you.